Good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Dean Jones, and today I have the pleasure of giving you my take on the new adventure wagon that we got from Winnebago. It's kind of our series this week. There's a lot going on with these little vans. Great prices, just a great introduction to the van life, and just plenty of versatility. There's nothing you can't do with one of these guys, pretty much. They're just incredible. So we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna go over the chassis a little bit. I know you've heard a lot of these details this week. This is a Mercedes 170 wheelbase, 3,500 one-ton. It's got the V6 single turbo, 188 horsepower, 325 foot-pounds of torque. It is, I'll kind of poke under the hood here. It is a diesel, so a couple things to know about this little guy. Is you're going to have DEF fluid. This is the diesel emission fluid. You got to have it on a diesel, anything 2012 and up. So you're going to have to put your DEF fluid. It's a little added component to your fluids. One of these for about 6-7 tanks of fuel, and that fuel is going to be 24.5 gallons. Again, 6-cylinder turbo diesel. Really easy to put your fluid in, your brake. This is where you would jump another vehicle. Just a real simple Mercedes technology, what they've been running. Now the Sprinter, the whole Sprinter culture, there's a lot going on with them. And they can get pretty spendy. But this one, again, gets you in the lifestyle for a lot less. So we do have our step to clean our windshield. Great mirrors, great Winnebago running boards to get in and out. Pretty simple wheels, trying to keep the cost down, nothing crazy. This is a graphite type exterior. We have silver, we also have white. Coming around the back side, we've got a backup camera. We also have backup sensors, 5,000-pound hitch, 7-way connector. You could tow that little boat, your trailer with your quads, nice little cargo trailer. A lot of ways to use this 1 ton. It's gonna hold a lot of weight. As you come around here, let's see the long extended running board. That's easy to get in. We do have an automatic door. I'm gonna take a peek in this one. This is how we get them from the factory. They're set up a certain way. I'm going to go over all these individual components in a minute, but this is kind of how they come. Notice you have D-tracks for all kinds of versatility throughout the whole coach, and you'll see a little bit more of that to come. But you've got extra seating, you've got your galley, you've got a freezer, a power pack, you've got a little cabinet you can use as a seat, you've got a porta potty in there, and all these cabinets, these canvas cabinets up top, great LED lighting. There's just a lot going on with this guy. What I really like about this chassis, though, we'll go ahead and get in for a minute. This is the upgraded Sprinter. So there's a few different types of Sprinters we get. We get them in the Navions, the Rebels. We built Bamagas here. We've done a lot of different Sprinter products over the years. So what you see here is you see a nice 10-inch screen. That's an upgrade. You also get the seat memories on the doors. You can get a shot right there on that open door. It's 3 memories, heated seats. That's all power, both sides. They do swivel around if you want to include this seating area in your living area back here. But there's also some really cool Mercedes features on them. You've got adaptive cruise. One of my favorite features is when you're going down the road, you want to say, "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Where is the nearest gas station?" You have your own Alexa pretty much. Just call her Mercedes, she'll talk to you. She'll find your nearest fuel stations. Hands-free, voice activated. It's a great system. It's just that luxury side of Mercedes that they've included in these chassis. So we got real lucky these were sent with this upgraded chassis, and I just wanted to point that out. So we've also got all these components. So my take, I'm going to talk about when you're not camping in it. And in doing so, I emptied one of these. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of get a 360 of the components that do come in there. So we have our D-track chairs, and as you saw in there, there's just tracks for days in there. You could empty this thing out and probably, I would say, put 6, 7 of these guys back there and make it a passenger van. It comes with one. It's a real comfortable seat with the armrest, but it also has a lap belt attached to it. And as you can see, there's wheels to move it around, much like the seats you pulled out of your minivan in the 90s. Real easy to pop in and out, and they all work on that track system. It's called a smart floor seat. We also have a galley. That's a real simple, easy to use galley. It's great that they put that in there. It's also really good looking. It's got the Silver Springs facade from the old Rebels on it. We have a collapsible dump sink in here. And this comes in and out, so if you want to make room. Also has its own, these vans don't come with black tanks, gray tanks. There's no dumping. There's none of that stuff that you kind of fear about RVing. So they do put these modular Dometic water containers, and there's places for 2. And it's just gravity fed with a rechargeable pump here. And it comes up through this little hose. And it's a real simple system. We also have some storage here. And this thing comes out with 4 bolts, and it just kind of, there's a plate that's on the bottom here. 4 bolts, and we had this thing out. Real quality construction on that. Now this is going to be your cabinets that you hang up in the top there. I took one of them out just to kind of get a look at them. These grommets here are how you mount them. They do hold 100 pounds. They're connected at the lower end of the wall and up on the ceiling, so they stay snug in the corner of those vans. Real quality material, real easy to use, super light to take in and out. One of the greatest features about this is they come with an EcoFlow power pack. It's not a generator, it's a big lithium battery with an inverter in it. It's got 360 amp hours or 3,600 watt hours. It charges going down the road. There's some 12 volt outlets in the back that I will show you. And you can plug this in, go down the road, and it trickle charges it. What's interesting about this, you've got a 30 amp. So if you have even a trailer back there you want to power, you can power it with that. A lot of 110s. This is a digital display that'll tell you what you're looking at as far as usage. But what's really interesting about this is about a $3,200 unit here. If you get around the back here, you'll see this is modular. So just for the power pack to build this system out, you could put 2 other batteries in it. They're about 2,000 bucks a piece. You just add them and you just get more and more amp hours. Now what's nice about that is if you're gonna go camping and you work out of your van, these things will power laptops for days and days and days. So we've got that. We've also got, this has 3,500 life cycles in it. That's 10 years of up and down. And once it goes through that life cycle, it'll still get to 80%. So most people fear about batteries is that they go bad over time. This one's gonna last you as long as you're gonna need it. So great system there they've chosen. We also have another kind of a seat cabinet, and you'll notice there is a porta potty in there that's supplied with potty emergencies. That goes in there with 4 bolts. And they also supply you with a Dometic freezer. This is a really cool system, because you can run this thing off 12 volt or 110. And you can make it a freezer or just a refrigerator, and that's to keep your perishables cold going down the road. And you don't need, the other thing that's neat about all this stuff is, like the EcoFlow, if you were to have power go out in your house, you can run out to your van, pull it out, plug your refrigerator in, and it's gonna keep your refrigerator on. Or if that refrigerator were to break, you can pull this out of your van, plug it into your house, put your food in there. And so they're not just hard mounted in your motorhome. So these are items that you can use anywhere. A couple dimensions about the van for those of you who have indoor barn storage and that kind of thing. The length on this van is 24 foot 3 inches long. It's 6 foot 4 inches wide. And we took a quick measurement. We've got a 9.5 foot height on this. So And inside it's 6'3". So you got the taller guys, you can still move around freely in the van. So coming around here, all the stuff we just went over came out of this van. I did this for the contractor. Some of the contractors need a work van. They need to put stuff in it, their tools, lumber, stuff like that. I left these cabinets up here so a worker could actually put their tools up there, put their cargo down here, and then at the end of the week, they can put their stuff back in and go hit the mountains and go camping and fishing. It's a great multi-use vehicle. It really, really is. As we took this apart yesterday, this is all I needed. It's a 14mm wrench, and you're gonna have two different kind of fasteners. So we were taking these, we took it a piece at a time. Didn't take long. I did need some help getting the big vanity out because it's a little bit awkward, but nothing's real heavy. That power pack's probably the heaviest. I'd probably get a person to help you with that. Are we still running? Okay. But as you see, it just comes out one piece at a time, and we're back. So there's a couple different fasteners that kind of run this, and I kind of wanted to demonstrate that. So if you're wondering how this thing came apart, these D-tracks have these little, and you'll see this is a carriage bolt with a little square in there. You get this nestled wherever you need it. Put that down and tighten it down with that wrench. And then you're secure, and it's really secure. That power pack's heavy. With it bolted in and you slam on the brakes, it's gonna stay right where it needs to be. So you don't have to worry about stuff flying around. You could even use these. There's some D-tracks up there. Let me go grab that. They give you a handful of these from the factory, and these are just little quick connect D-rings. If you needed to tie down some lumber there, you could do that there too. So I was gonna get some dimensions on this guy. We've got a really long cargo area here. And from that lip, we have just 14 feet from front to back. On that, we have between your wheel wells, we have 3'3", but on the wide part of the van, the bottom here, we have 5'10". So plenty of places to put plywood sheets, lumber, the long stock. Great unit to work out of and play out of. These are this is where you would charge your battery pack. You've got a USB charger and a 12 volt there. The other thing I wanted to point out, I'll just jump in here real quick. I don't know if anyone else has had these out of the packages, but I took this out. These are magnetic privacy curtains. And not only great when you're camping, but great when you don't want people to see what kind of tools you have in your van. One more thing I'll mention, we do have one all-wheel or four-wheel drive on the same package, but it's a all-wheel drive for those of you that want to use this type of van for season and get in some, rough terrain and rough weather. And you come down and so that's my look at the adventure van this week. Just kind of wanted to show you some different configurations on this guy. We have another video today that we're going to show you, and I'll give you a sneak peek at what that's going to look like. Taylor Smith's going to give you a look at what her configuration idea was, and that was to do a bunk model. As you can see, we have 2 beds in here. She'll go over the whole coach with you, but for those with friends, family, hunting buddies, that kind of thing, this might be the way you want to set it up. Now, everything that you see, all the different components in here come from a company called Adventure Wagon. If you wanted to double up on anything or order more stuff, all this stuff is purchasable. So my name is Dean Jones. I've got great prices on these. Definitely give me a call, give me a text. I think you'll be very surprised. My number is 720-347-7063, or email me anything you need at dean.jones@transwest.com. Thanks for looking at my take on the Venture Wagon, and we'll see you next Wednesday.